You tuned in, you tuned in, you tuned in. It's always up film. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You know what I'm saying? I'm here with story time. We're going to have story time right now. So it may be a part two to this, but let's talk about growing up in one of the worst neighborhoods in Brooklyn history. Let's talk about growing up in Brownsville, Brooklyn. Now, Brownsville, Brooklyn is an area of Brooklyn that's very infamous. You know, you got like Mike Tyson, MOP. You know, a lot of people came out of Brownsville. But you don't hear too many good things about Brownsville. So let's talk about one of the first things that I ever experienced growing up in Brownsville, Brooklyn. I remember being about maybe 12, 13 years old. So I'm walking home from school. You know, I'm in junior high. I'm middle school right now. You know, shout out to PS41. I'm in middle school right now. So while I'm in middle school, you know, it's a lot of bullies. But at that time, we wasn't classifying them as bullies. We just felt like those was the boys to be feared. Like it wasn't never no bullying in our generation, unfortunately, you know. So anyway, it's about 3 o'clock. So I'm getting out of school, walking home. Mind you, I'm only like 2 blocks away from home. So I'm walking, I got my book bag on. So me and my good friend, his name was Antonio, he was in my class as well. We walking back and forth, you know, walking home, talking. So only thing you know is we heard gunshots out of nowhere. Bow, 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 bow. So we like, yo, what the hell is going on? So mind you, this ain't our first, second, third. You can't even count how many times you're going to hear gunshots in Brownsville. It is what it is. It's just that type of area, you know what I'm saying? So as we hearing the shots, we hear the shots hitting a little booth that's on the right of us. So we think, get down. So we getting down, they shooting from both angles, from in front of us, from behind us. So we in the middle of a shootout, walking home from school. I believe I was no older than 12 years old. So it was like, yo, like I really got to experience that at a young age. And it does something to you as a man. It make you feel like, damn, I got to toughen up. You know, damn, I got to do something to make a name for myself so I could get the respect of the people, you know, or damn, I have to do this, I have to do that, or I got to get with the crew that's doing all the wrong things so people could fear me. If you're not a strong-minded individual, that's the path you're going to lead on to. It is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? But for the most part, let me get back to the story. For the most part, we hear the gunshots, and it's a booth on the right, on the right side of us, I believe. Yeah, the right side. And we hear the shots hitting the booth. So the shots was literally going past us and hitting something else. Going past us and hitting something else to the point where now we don't know which way to go. So when you 12 years old, your mind ain't really at an all-time high, if you know what I mean. So it's like, what do we do? So we 12 years old, we thinking we coming home from school, we gonna go home, watch some cartoons, do our homework, and get ready for the next day. But unfortunately, it didn't work out that way, you know? So, like I said, one of my good friends, Antonio, I got down, he kept running. He ended up getting hit in the leg. We 12 years old. 12 years old. He ended up getting hit in the leg. I ended up getting down. Now, if I would have followed his lead, I could have got hit as well. I may not have got hit in the leg. It could have been the back, anywhere. You know, so Brownsville, Brooklyn will grow you up extremely fast. Extremely fast. It is what it is, you know? And at that time, you just start to become numb to certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely going to be a part 2 to this, because I have another story that we're going to get into, but we're going to wrap this one up. So for all of y'all that ever been to Brownsville, Brooklyn, leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? Let me know your worst experiences in Brownsville. Let me know your ups, your downs from the neighborhood you from, because there's a Brownsville everywhere. You know, you could go online and Google Brownsville, Brooklyn, and just look at the headlines. You know, so like I said, it will grow you up extremely quick. But I'm sure there's other neighborhoods and other cities that's just as bad. You know, so moral of the story is this. As a child, you grow up a lot faster than what you're supposed to because of certain things you may have experienced. You know, in every sense. Now, let me get back to Antonio. Antonio missed about 2-3 months of school, and he was never the same. His parents took him out to school, you know, as I got older, you know, and we just have mutual friends. I hear that he's in and out of jail now. So me personally, I believe that did something to him, you know, and I thank God every day it was him and not me. You know, like, not saying I'm happy he got shot, but it could have been me. You know, I'm happy he didn't get hit somewhere where it was fatal and he couldn't survive, you know, because that would have been crazy to me that I experienced my friend at 12 years old. I'm walking home from school from, you know, and he ended up getting shot, you know. So like I said, count your blessings. It's always up film. Thank y'all for tuning in. You know, I'm going to have more stories. I'm going to tune in. Make sure you subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And like I said, if you ever go to Brownsville, Brooklyn, be careful. I'm out. Boom.